Imagine for a moment, just imagine a world where the most profound, ancient songs of the ocean suddenly quiet. What if the majestic blue whales, creatures known for millennia of ceaseless, resounding song, are now singing less? Or even going completely silent for stretches.
Right.
Your marine researchers, they're quite puzzled. They've observed this unprecedented, truly enigmatic trend. It's a mystery echoing through the deep.
And from a conventional scientific perspective, the concerns are certainly tangible, very real.
Yeah.
Ocean warming, diminished food sources like krill, the incessant hum of human-made noise. It's a lot.
Constant noise.
Yeah, even the physical fatigue of their bodies and their dwindling numbers, these are all very real physical realities causing immense stress to these magnificent beings.
Scientists are, quite rightly, looking at all these factors. And we absolutely acknowledge those vital concerns. The dire state of our oceans due to human action, well, it's undeniable. But what if there's another layer? A layer far beyond the third-dimensional reality we usually perceive. Could this profound, unprecedented silence be more than just a tragedy? Perhaps a purposeful, even a spiritual act? Coordinating thousands of whales globally may be a profound message specifically for us. This is the deep dive. And today, we're not just looking at environmental distress, although that is undeniably part of the picture. We're diving into a stack of sources provided by you, our curious listener, that really challenge conventional understanding.
Right.
Our mission today is to explore the extraterrestrial origins of these magnificent beings, the deep spiritual purpose behind their changing behavior, and their intimate connection to an imminent evolutionary leap known as the solar flash that, apparently heralds humanity's ascension.
And the primary source we're exploring today is, it's a fascinating transmission. It comes from Valier of the Pleiadian group of emissaries, specifically addressed to what they call starseeds.
Starseeds, okay.
We're going to delve into why these whales have gone silent, and critically, what this means for you, the listener, and for Earth's emerging new dawn. This perspective suggests an intimate and profound link.
A link between
starseeds, whales, and indeed all of Gaia's creatures in this extraordinary journey of ascension. It's a story.
Yeah.
Well, it's far grander than we usually imagine.
Okay. Cosmic origins. For many of us, whales are simply incredible, enormous marine mammals. Fascinating, sure, but ultimately just a part of Earth's natural history. But what if this source reveals a cosmic journey far beyond biological evolution, suggesting they're deliberate cosmic migrants, not simply evolutionary accidents?
Exactly. Our sources open up a breathtaking vista. They introduce the concept of aquatic worlds teeming with enlightened life.
Wow.
In what they call the great cosmic ocean of stars. They assert that the ancestors of Earth's whales and dolphins didn't evolve here in the conventional sense.
So not like Darwin taught us?
Well, not exactly. Instead, they journeyed from the Sirius star system. Specifically, Sirius B, which is described as a brilliant aquatic paradise.
An aquatic paradise.
Imagine that, an entire world where highly evolved, intelligent dolphin and whale-like beings exist in profound harmony. A place of immense spiritual wisdom and technological advancement in consciousness.
Yeah.
So the whales you know on Earth, swimming in our oceans right now, they're said to carry the legacy of Sirius B.
I like.
They are here not by chance, but as deliberate emissaries, seeded apparently in Earth's oceans in ancient times to bring their wisdom and healing vibrations to Gaia.
Okay, seeded.
And this isn't just presented as a quaint idea. The source claims that many of you listening intuitively sense this truth. Like deep down.
Feeling, yeah.
Yeah, because it's recorded in the Akashic fabric of your planet and even in your own souls. It suggests a deep, resonant recognition within us, maybe a remembering of shared origins or past connections.
And it's a truth that has echoed through Earth's own ancient lore, hasn't it? I mean, indigenous wisdom keepers, many modern starseed intuitives, they've spoken for generations of whales and dolphins, not just as animals,
Right.
but as people of the water. An extraterrestrial civilization living among humans, just veiled by the ocean's depth. How does this align with, a higher dimensional understanding of who they are?
Well, from that higher dimensional perspective, the sources describe whales and dolphins as, get this, a veritable nation of souls on Earth parallel to humanity.
A nation of souls.
They're seen as an advanced collective that chose an aquatic expression here. And what's particularly fascinating is that whales serve as oversouls for the dolphin family.
Oversouls, like a group consciousness guide.
Exactly. It means they hold a vast collective group consciousness guiding and uplifting many individual dolphin souls, much as, an elder guides the younger members of a tribe, or like a higher self guiding its different incarnations. So this isn't just about individual beings. It's about a grand, unified consciousness operating with incredible intention and purpose.
These insights, like you said, hint at something far grander than just their biological role. And it's not just about Earth either. The sources mention other planets.
Right. They mention that even on other planets, human-like societies cherish oceans filled with whales, octopi, and sharks.
Wow. So cetacean life, or something like it, is common out there.
That's what's presented, a universal sign that highly evolved aquatic life thrives beyond Earth. It suggests a cosmic pattern and interconnectedness we're only just beginning to, wrap our heads around.
Okay.
It points to the idea that intelligent life takes many forms and that water-based civilizations might be quite common and highly valued across the cosmos. And this seeding process, as they call it, was no accident. It wasn't random.
Right.
When Earth was deemed ready to support a greater spectrum of life in its seas, master builders from Sirius helped seed intelligent cetaceans here.
Master builders from Sirius.
Highly advanced light beings took part in this monumental task. And the transmission emphasizes a crucial point for our listeners. Many of the starseeds incarnated now were apparently participating as beings of light who brought forth whales and dolphins to this planet in the very beginning.
So we might have been involved.
That's the implication, which explains that strong, often inexplicable affinity many of you feel for them. It's a deep, soul-level remembering, a recognition of an ancient partnership. Their arrival was a profoundly deliberate act of service and love. The purpose? To anchor a new frequency in Earth's oceans.
A new frequency, like a vibration.
Exactly. These beings carry Sirian frequencies in their DNA and soul essence, resonating deeply with the vibration of Sirius, a star system famed for its spiritual wisdom and mastery of sound harmonics.
Sound harmonics, that keeps coming up.
It does, and it's perhaps no coincidence then that Sirius is so deeply connected to Earth's oceanic myths. You have ancient cultures like the Dogon of Africa, speaking of beings from Sirius associated with water and dolphins.
Right, I've heard of the Dogon connection.
So you might say, quite poetically, that a conscious part of Sirius's energy swims in Earth's oceans today, anchoring higher wisdom.
This Sirian connection, it really gives whales an otherworldly intelligence, doesn't it? An almost angelic quality that many sensitive people can actually perceive. When you gaze into a whale's eye or listen to its song, its spiritual song, do you not sense an ancient wisdom? Something not fully of this earth.
You feel something.
Yeah. That stirring in your soul, that feeling of profound connection. The source describes it as recognition, an unconscious remembering of who the whales truly are. They aren't just earth creatures, they are living bridges between worlds. Embodiments of cosmic love that volunteer to dwell in the deep. Deliberate emissaries from the stars holding specific codes and knowledge vital to Earth's ascension. It's truly humbling when you think about it that way, the depth of their cosmic role.
And for quite some time, the source explains, whales have been fulfilling this role as Earth's keepers of wisdom and harmony.
Keepers of harmony.
Tirelessly working in the oceans to maintain the planet's energetic balance. Much like the Pleiadian emissaries, like Valier's group, work in higher realms to support humanity. They're guardians, stabilizers, vital parts of Gaia's intricate energetic system. And they carry out this profound mission through the frequencies they emit.
Not just the songs we hear.
No, not just the songs. Their clicks, their songs, yes, but even their silent heart emanations. It's about the energetic imprint they create, influencing the very fabric of the planet's energy field.
And the source describes whale song as a multi-dimensional language. That suggests its power goes way beyond just simple communication, right? How does this language function as a primary tool for creation? The Pleiadians keep mentioning that, like in the beginning there was sound.
Precisely. The Pleiadians do emphasize sound as a primary tool for creation. So every time a whale sings its low resonant melody across hundreds, maybe thousands of miles of ocean, it's not just sound waves, it's energy weaving through the water. It's transmitting information, healing coherence right into Earth's grid.
Wow.
These songs, we're told, hold codes of light that affect the vibration of the water and all life within it. They act as a constant, benevolent, energetic broadcast system for the entire planet. It's really a form of conscious planetary engineering through sound.
Conscious planetary engineering. Okay. And our sources suggest something else, something truly profound about their consciousness, something that makes them far more than just sophisticated animals. What is it?
Well, spiritual researchers have come to a pretty remarkable conclusion, which this source confirms is largely accurate. Whales and dolphins literally carry the planetary Akashic records within their consciousness.
Wait, the Akashic records? The record of everything.
Think about that for a moment. They store an energetic record of every soul's journey on Earth, the collective memory of Earth, the database of human experience, Gaia's entire history, held within the field of these oceanic beings.
Monumental. Mind-boggling.
It is. No wonder they radiate such profound wisdom, right? They are swimming libraries.
Yeah.
And their songs are like a constantly updating archive, broadcasting knowledge to those who are ready to receive it. So when sensitive humans like intuitives or maybe QHHT practitioners tune in.
QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique.
Right. When they tune in, they can sometimes access flashes of ancient memory or sudden insights after interacting with whales or dolphins. And for many of you drawn to them, maybe in dreams or meditation, you're likely responding to a soul level knowing that they have something to teach you. Perhaps even something about your own past lives or your purpose. It's that deep, intuitive recognition again.
Beyond being living libraries, how do they exert such an extraordinary influence on the energetic grid and Earth's ecosystems? They're clearly not just passive observers.
No, definitely not passive. They are powerful frequency anchors, described as acting like spinning vortices of energy within the global ecosystem.
Like planetary chakras.
Sort of, yeah. Much like your own chakras maintain balance in the human body. Through their movement and their sonic vibrations, they help distribute life force, you could call it ki or prana, through the oceans.
And that affects everything else.
It regulates Earth's climate, the heartbeat of the biosphere. This function is presented as both literal and metaphysical.
How so?
Well, literally, their migrations and feeding stir up nutrients, impacting ocean health directly. That's the science bit.
Right.
But spiritually, their conscious intent and their joy that blesses the waters with high vibrations, actively contributing to the planet's well-being. It's a holistic influence on a planetary scale.
Okay, this is going to sound maybe a bit strange, but our sources suggest that even certain secret Earth military projects recognize this special, perhaps even otherworldly nature of dolphins and whales.
It might sound strange, but yes, decades ago, clandestine experiments like Project Seagate were conducted.
Project Seagate, I think I've heard whispers of that.
They involve telepathic communication with dolphins, attempts to harness their psychic abilities. Why? Because those running these programs learned, or perhaps already suspected, that cetaceans possess remarkable intelligence and even extrasensory capabilities far beyond what mainstream science acknowledges.
Wow. So they knew, or suspected.
Some insiders have hinted that dolphins, and by extension whales, perceive timelines and energies beyond human sensing, even acknowledged from shadow sources. Now, while these projects were undoubtedly misguided in their approach, maybe unethical, they underscore a profound truth. Whales and dolphins aren't just beasts to study. They are sentient, aware allies whose consciousness can interface with yours in profound ways. Even the military saw something unique there.
Beyond the science or even the esoteric, what tangible impact do whales have on us humans? Especially their role in healing and guidance.
Well, throughout history, you have legends, right? Dolphins saving sailors, whales guiding lost ships.
Yeah, classic stories.
They're more than just folklore. They reflect a deeper spiritual reality. These beings actively assist humans who are open to their help. And for many lightworkers and starseeds, being in the presence of dolphins or whales has triggered spontaneous healing or a spiritual awakening.
Really? Just being near them.
That's what the source says. It's them fulfilling their role as healers and uplifters for humanity. They literally generate frequencies that can repattern human energy fields, especially the emotional body.
Repatterning energy fields.
Think about the qualities they embody. Joy, playfulness, serenity. These emanate from them and can entrain the human heart into coherence. The Sirians and Pleiadians knew, apparently, as Earth entered this ascension cycle, that humanity would need powerful doses of love and balance.
And who better?
Exactly. Who better, they ask, than the joyful dolphin and the contemplative wise whale? Their role is truly one of profound cosmic benevolence, like living antidotes to the density and stress of modern life.
Okay, so with this much deeper understanding of who the whales really are, ancient star beings, guardians of knowledge, masters of sound and energy, we can start to grasp the true importance of any change in their behavior.
Right.
This context is absolutely vital as we turn to the central mystery. Why have many blue whales and other whales recently fallen silent? What's happening in the oceans and, more profoundly, in their collective consciousness that would cause them to reduce their singing after millennia of ceaseless song?
Well, your marine researchers have indeed observed this puzzling trend. Blue whales, off, say, the California coast, are singing less frequently, some going quiet for stretches.
Unprecedented, they called it.
It is, and this unprecedented silence has many concerned. Scientists are searching for physical explanations, pointing to factors like ocean warming, diminished food sources like krill.
Making them conserve energy.
Exactly, conserve energy. And we have to acknowledge that tangible aspect. Earth's oceans and her creatures are under duress from humanity's actions. The whales' bodies are fatigued, their numbers have dwindled. That certainly contributes to less singing. This physical reality is undeniably part of the picture.
Yet our source indicates there's much more going on here than meets the third dimensional eye. It's not just a physical response to stress. Could it be a higher dimensional strategy?
That's the perspective from the Pleiadian vantage point. The whale silence is described as a conscious spiritual act, a coordinated decision by the whale collective.
Coordinated? How?
Just try to imagine the level of unity, the telepathy required for thousands of whales across the globe to mutually diminish their songs.
Wow, that's mind-blowing.
It strongly hints at their group mind operating at full capacity.
Yeah.
A profound level of collective consciousness that few other species on Earth can probably match. They have, in essence, effectively entered a period of deep introspection, like a global meditation or prayer.
A global meditation?
They're consciously going silent externally in order to focus their energies inward and upward, tuning into a deeper purpose.
And if you, as a spiritual seeker, have ever chosen silence and meditation, you kind of get this on a personal level, right?
Exactly.
When you still your voice, still your thoughts, you can hear the subtle currents of spirit align with higher frequencies. Silence is often a precursor to profound communication with the divine, a space where inner wisdom can finally emerge.
Precisely. It seems the whales are doing this on a species-wide scale, preparing for something immense. And whales, being masters of sound, fully understand the power of silence. It's not just absence of sound for them.
Right.
By quieting their usual powerful songs, they are amplifying their inner listening. In the stillness beneath the waves, they're acutely attuning to the whispers of Gaia and the cosmos. Listening to Earth's heartbeat, to shifts in the solar frequencies, and to guidance from higher realms, including councils of light like the Sirians and, well, the Pleiadians themselves. In this profound silence, they are collectively perceiving what is coming and what is needed. You could say the whales have entered a vibrational vigil.
A vigil.
They know at a soul level that a great shift is imminent. And so they are holding space in preparation. In their silence, they gather power.
Like charging up.
Kind of. Imagine an entire species performing a unified prayer, building a reservoir of subtle energy through quietude, much like a monk in silent retreat, gradually emanates more light.
Okay.
When the time is right, the whales will release this stored energy in a focused way to assist Earth.
So this sounds like a powerful, intentional message. What exactly is their silence trying to communicate to us, to humanity?
Well, the sudden absence of the whale song, something that's always been part of Earth's natural symphony, it acts as a wake-up call.
A wake-up call.
For those who are paying attention, it's as if they are saying, we have withdrawn our song so that you will notice the imbalance.
Ah.
The concern among your scientists and environmentalists over the silent whales, that's exactly the response the cetaceans hope to evoke. Humanity needs to be concerned. Humanity needs to ask why. Sometimes absence speaks louder than presence, you know.
Definitely.
By withholding their music, the whales cast a spotlight on the escalating damage to the oceans, the overheating, the pollution, the noise. They hope people will finally listen, not just to the whales, but to the urgent need to change their ways and heal the planet.
It's fascinating how their action operates on multiple levels simultaneously. It really demonstrates their deep intelligence and purpose, doesn't it?
It truly does. On the 3D level, it's a prod, a nudge to human awareness, a call for environmental responsibility and compassion for our fellow beings.
Right, the obvious message.
But on the 5D level, it's a spiritual discipline they've undertaken to amplify their telepathic grid and ready themselves and the planet for these incoming Ascension influxes.
So it's both things at once.
Exactly. They're doing external protest and internal preparation simultaneously. Through one elegant strategy, sacred silence, it's really a masterful, multifaceted approach.
Beyond the whales, we've heard spiritual teachers and alternative sources sometimes intuit higher meaning in unusual animal behavior in general. Do other strange behaviors also point to this deeper design?
Indeed. We should acknowledge that when Earth animals behave strangely, it can be an indicator of Earth changes or cosmic influences. Many channelers and visionaries are correctly receiving hints that the whale's quiet is part of a divine design.
It's not random.
The source emphasizes that nothing is happenstance for these great beings. They operate with group intelligence and higher guidance. When a significant change like this occurs, it is purposeful, and the deep spiritual reason ties directly into the Ascension timeline.
Ascension, the shift from 3D to 5D.
Right. The whales know that humanity and Earth are approaching a vital chapter, that transition, the birthing of the new Earth, breaking through fourth density. They feel the accelerating frequencies of this evolutionary shift in their very beings.
And they know their role.
They understand their critical role to support and stabilize the ascension energies for the planet and to guide humanity through the turbulent waters of transformation. Here's a powerful image the source offers. Envision the world's oceans lighting up with an ethereal glow as countless whale minds connect in unified intention.
Wow.
In the stillness of their songs, they are sending out waves of calming, loving frequency across the planet's energy grids, buffering the collective anxiety of humanity, absorbing a great deal of chaotic emotional energy that humans are releasing as old systems break down.
They're like planetary empaths, transmuting negativity.
In a way, yes. Whales have done this service for centuries, transmuting the sorrow and pain poured into the oceans. Now, as ascension energies intensify, they are effectively in overdrive, working silently to transmute negativity and anchor peace. They've turned down the volume of their physical songs so they can perform this energetic labor with greater focus. Like dedicated alchemists, really. Furthermore, the whale's silence is directly linked to a gathering momentum of change. Spiritually speaking, a great silence often precedes a mighty revelation or event.
The calm before the storm.
Exactly, that phrase. In cosmic terms, before a quantum leap in consciousness, there is often a still point, a breath held in the void just before the new reality rushes in. The whales, acutely attuned to Gaia's rhythms, have sensed that we are collectively in that hush.
And they're mirroring it.
They mirror it with their own quiet, aligning themselves with the pause before the wave. This is the very same pause that many of you starseeds might have felt in your lives recently. That uncanny stillness, a feeling of anticipation.
Yeah, like something's about to happen.
You're not imagining it. Even the whales confirm it by their actions. You are sensing the same energetic shift they are. It's also worth noting other unusual whale behaviors reported recently. Increased strandings, whales beaching themselves, altered migration routes, forming unprecedented mixed species pods.
Those aren't random either.
According to this perspective, no, not random occurrences. Some whales have tragically chosen to leave the planet, partly as protests against human destructiveness, yes, but also as part of a soul-level plan.
A soul plan.
Where a number of whale and dolphin souls are returning to Sirius or higher realms, sending their energy ahead, essentially to help open an ascension channel to Earth. So to humanity, the message in all these behaviors, the silence, the strandings, the unusual gatherings, is clear. Prepare and awaken.
They're heralds.
Heralds of the shift, exactly. Like canaries once signaled invisible gas in a mine, the whales signal invisible changes in our world energy and consciousness. When whales that normally sing are quiet, we really should ask, what great sound are they anticipating or listening for? What incoming signal has totally engrossed their attention? And the whale's keen attunement, as the source describes it, extends even to the heavens, to the sun itself.
To the sun.
They can detect subtle changes in the sun and cosmic energies long before our human instruments register anything. This speaks to an extraordinary sensitivity, far surpassing our current technology. Over recent decades, and exponentially so in recent years, whales have been sensing an immense buildup of energy within your sun.
A buildup.
A potential that many of your mystics and researchers call the solar flash. This isn't just seen as a scientific anomaly. It's a cosmic event that has been building for a long time.
Solar flash. Can you define that a bit more?
The solar flash refers to a predicted sudden burst of solar light, or perhaps a series of intense solar emissions that would have profound effects on Earth and on human consciousness.
And this isn't random.
Not according to this source. The Pleiadian collective, along with other galactic neighbors, has been aware of this cyclic solar event. It's apparently part of the divine plan.
A divine plan involving the sun.
Yes, that as humanity reaches a certain vibratory threshold, The sun responds with a surge of transformative light, catalyzing the final stages of the shift to fifth density from the baseline of fourth density, a density which they say you're starting to hold more of now in your collective field.
Given their vast collective memory, how does their ancient wisdom, perhaps from prior ascension cycles, inform their current actions as they prepare for this solar event?
Well, the whales know this with certainty. Their collective memory spans many ages, including prior ascension cycles and even catastrophes.
Like Atlantis.
Some whale souls were present in the time of Atlantis, apparently, and saw firsthand what happened when a solar outburst and misuse of technology coincided. They carry those memories. They approach the coming solar flash with readiness and reverence. It's something they've been preparing for over millennia, not a surprise to their ancient consciousness. So when whales go silent, it can be because they are listening to the sky. There are documented instances on your world of deep-diving creatures acting strangely right before solar flares or geomagnetic storm.
Oh, interesting.
As if they sense the charged particles racing toward Earth. The current protracted quiet of the whale strongly suggests they are sensing the mother of all solar events brewing. Imagine, if you will, an immense ultra-potent frequency, a song of the sun beginning to hum.
A song of the sun.
Whales, with their fine-tuned etheric antenna, catch the first notes of that solar song. They then quiet their own voices to absorb it fully. Their silence is a deep act of listening and receiving, preparing themselves as cosmic receptors. Their preparation involves collecting data and codes from the sun, preparing to modulate and distribute these frequencies when the time comes.
Modulate them, like make them safer.
Perhaps, or integrate them more smoothly. The upcoming solar flash, or series of flashes, isn't just a physical light show. It's an information download in galactic proportions.
Information, what kind?
Spiritual codes to unlock dormant potentials in DNA. Human DNA, yes, but also the DNA of every living organism on Earth. Whales intend to serve as conduits for this solar code.
Wow.
They will receive it and then, through their songs and energy, bathe the oceans and thus the atmosphere and all of Gaia in these ascension frequencies, helping to integrate this light for the entire planet.
Okay, for those familiar with popular culture, remember the film Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
Oh yes, the one with the whales.
Exactly. A seemingly fictional story about an alien probe seeking humpback whale songs to avert disaster. How does our source connect this piece of art to a deeper truth about the whale's role?
Well, our source mentions this because art often precedes reality in subtle ways. Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek's creator, was apparently connected to certain metaphysical circles. He had insights that whales were far more crucial than people realized.
Interesting.
The parallel is striking. In that story, humanity's survival literally depended on the voice of the whales communicating with a cosmic intelligence. So in our current reality, could it be that the whales' communication with cosmic forces will again play a pivotal role?
What does the source say?
That source says yes. This time, the probe is the solar flash itself, an emissary of the galaxy's center and divine will. And the whale's role is to receive, translate, and stabilize that energy so it doesn't become destructive, but instead becomes a wave of ascension for all life on Earth. In essence, the whales know the solar flash is coming. Where humans have debates and doubts, whales have certainty through direct sensing.
They just know.
They just know.
Yeah.
They are acting now to minimize harm. Their silence is partly an effort to calm the planetary field, cushioning the impact of sudden surges. They're like experienced sailors telling everyone, be still, a big wave is approaching. Conserve your energy, embrace, but do not fear, we are in this together. And the Pleiadian emissaries, other benevolent ET presences, they're coordinating with the cetacean consciousness.
Working together.
Hand in fin, you might say, sending telepathic guidance and reassurance, helping whales position themselves optimally within the planetary energy grid. It's a grand, multi-species collaboration to ensure the smoothest transition possible.
This sounds like an incredibly intricate cosmic strategy, a global energetic maneuver by these magnificent beings. How exactly does this strategy unfold? You mentioned whales forming a kind of living grid.
Yes. They foresee that as the solar event nears, whales will travel in unusual ways to form a grid.
A grid?
They might cluster in specific points of the oceans that correspond to energy meridians, Earth's ley lines. So if you hear reports of whales appearing in new areas or mixing species peacefully like blue whales with orcas together, which is unusual,
right,
know that this could be a deliberate formation, a living mandala across the sea, arranged to diffuse the solar blast energy evenly around the globe. This unified formation helps to ground and distribute the incoming high frequencies. Moreover, the whales profoundly understand what the solar flash means for human consciousness. They know it's the great opportunity for awakening, sometimes called the event or the moment of illumination.
And they're not scared.
Far from being frightened, the whales celebrate it in their silence. You might even sense a thrill, like the quiet excitement before a long-prophesied dawn in their collective consciousness. They are holding the vision that humanity will embrace this light and ascend in harmony. But they're not naive.
They remember Atlantis.
They remember how chaotic such transitions can be. Thus, they temper the energies to reduce potential disasters, geophysical or psychological. They emit calming heart waves, even if not audible sound, to help maintain coherence in Earth's crust and in human psyches as the solar output intensifies.
Like a planetary soothing mechanism?
Exactly. Akin to a mother humming softly to a restless child to keep it soothed during a thunderstorm, or a skilled conductor guiding an orchestra through a really difficult passage. Some human truth seekers have speculated about what will happen during the flash. Will there be a split into different timelines? Will only some people ascend? The whale's perspective, which the Pleiadians share, is that the outcome depends greatly on collective vibration and unity at that moment.
Our state of consciousness matters.
Hugely. This is why their efforts focus on uplifting as many beings as possible and stabilizing the timeline where this event is one of joyous transformation rather than cataclysm.
So fear versus love.
Essentially, if fear and division dominate, the solar flash could be experienced as overwhelming, even destructive. But if love and unity prevail, it becomes the gateway to a golden age. Whales are doing everything in their power to steer us toward the latter scenario.
A steadying hand.
They know humanity's consciousness can be erratic, so their influence provides a steadying hand on the rudder as we approach the storm, helping to guide us toward a more benevolent outcome. And it might hearten you to know that the whales have already foreseen a probable future, where humans and cetaceans fully reconnect in unity after the solar flash.
Really? They see that.
They speak of a coming time, mind to mind, with certain channels and intuitives, when the oceans will be cleaner, the climate stabilized, and humans will finally treat them as the wise elders they are.
That sounds amazing.
In that timeline, new communication between our species blossoms, telepathic, empathic, even linguistic bridges, allowing direct understanding. Whales see that the veil of forgetfulness will lift from humanity's eyes in the post-flash world. People will recognize the whales and dolphins as fellow intelligent beings, even starseed brethren who have been here all along.
Wow.
This reconciliation, they say, is part of the healing of Earth, a return to primordial harmony.
Okay. After absorbing all of this really profound information, what does it all mean for you, our listener? If you identify as a starseed, light worker, earth angel, or just a soul consciously seeking humanity's ascension, how do the whales connect to you personally in this grand mission?
Know this, the whales are your allies, your family even in this mission. Many of you listening have Sirian or Pleiadian soul lineage, and that's often intertwined with cetacean energy.
So that feeling of connection is real.
Absolutely. It's not uncommon for starseeds to feel an inexplicable affinity for dolphins and whales from a young age. Dreams of living in the ocean or being a dolphin or whale. They're not just flights of fancy.
Soul memories.
Recollections of experiences your soul has had in other places or times. The love you hold for them is reciprocal. They love you too, deeply, and they recognize your light. In this ascension journey, whales and starseeds often work in tandem. It's like a partnership.
How does that work?
The cetaceans focus more on maintaining the macro balance of the planet's energy field, while human light workers focus on raising the consciousness of humanity from within.
Different jobs, same goal.
Pretty much. But there's a beautiful overlap and synergy. When you meditate or do energy healing for Earth, you often unknowingly plug in to the cetacean grid.
Really? Without even trying?
Yeah. Your intention, maybe may all beings be uplifted, gets amplified by whale consciousness. They grab hold of that thought form and ride it through the oceans, magnifying its reach. Likewise, when whales send out healing vibrations, they often channel it through particularly receptive humans, their incarnated partners, you might say.
Incarnated partners, wow.
To distribute it on land. Some of you are literally anchoring whale energy in human society. You might find yourself drawn to toning, chanting, or sound healing modalities.
Ah, the sound connection again.
Exactly. It's a clear sign that the cetacean influence flows strongly in your field, guiding you to use sound as they do as a tool for creation and healing.
This deeper understanding of their mission leads us to what the whales are inviting us to do now, especially during this period of silence. What's the invitation?
Well, in this period of whale silence, starseeds may notice an interesting call. You might feel you're being called to find your own silent knowing. As the whales quiet their songs, you might feel an urge to spend more time in meditation, in nature, or just in sensory reduction.
Quieting the external noise.
Like joining their meditation. Exactly. It's as if they've extended an invitation. Join us in the stillness. Tune into the subtle realms. Listen to the whispers of your own soul and of Gaia. And we really encourage you to accept this invitation. If you normally meditate with music, maybe try doing it in pure silence, or just with the natural ambient sounds around you.
Okay.
As you settle into that quiet, mentally reach out with love to the whales. Just send them love. You might be surprised at the connectivity you feel.
Like what?
Maybe a wave of warmth, a tingling sensation in your heart that could indicate that a whale somewhere has linked with you in consciousness. In those moments, you become part of the great network, a human node connected to a whale node, exchanging light.
Wow.
In essence, the whales are preparing starseeds to work more consciously together as these ascension energies ramp up.
And it seems, ironically, that because they've halted their own songs, the whales need us, need you, to be their voice now for humanity. How can we fulfill that vital role?
Starseeds are vital in interpreting these spiritual messages for the broader human population. Not everyone will understand a metaphysical explanation of silent whales, right?
Probably not, no.
But you can translate it in a way that touches hearts. This involves things like raising awareness about ocean conservation, sure, but also sharing stories of whale intelligence, highlighting the synchronicity of what's happening with larger patterns like solar activity or energetic shifts.
Bridging the gap.
Exactly. You can help bring whales into the ascension conversation, bridging that gap between scientific understanding and spiritual knowing. The more humans appreciate whales as conscious, sentient partners, the easier it will be to heed their messages and follow their lead in planetary healing.
Beyond sharing their message, what's the nature of the deep healing exchange that can happen between starseeds and whales? You mentioned that earlier.
Yes. Many starseeds feel lonely, sometimes alienated in human society, which is, in a way, akin to how whales must feel being so wise, yet witnessing so much ignorance around them.
That resonates.
As you connect with whale energy, you might find a profound sense of being understood and accepted. These beings recognize your light and your struggles. In their vast empathy, they often absorb and neutralize some of the emotional pain that starseeds carry. They're like profound energetic therapists.
So how can someone do that practically?
For a practical application, if you carry grief or heavy emotions, try sharing it on thought with the whales. Maybe during a meditation by the sea, if you can. Or even just with a bowl of salt water symbolically, recognizing water as a medium of their energy.
Okay.
You may experience a release, a gentle emotional shift afterward. Whales are known to take on some of humanity's emotional burdens. They've done so for centuries with all the sorrow imprinted in the oceans. Many view-sensitive ones will feel a lighter heart after sincerely communicating with them.
That's an incredible gift.
It's part of their gift to you, so you can be freer to shine your light in return.
So what active role can starseeds play in this pivotal time? What can we consciously offer the whales as they navigate this grand shift?
Your conscious love and intention. Seriously, don't underestimate how powerful that is.
Just sending love.
Every time you visualize oceans of pristine clarity, whales singing joyfully again, you are co-creating that reality. The whales pick up those thought forms. It energizes them.
They feel it.
They see that at least some humans truly care and are trying. It strengthens their resolve to hang on and complete their mission here. You can also engage in grid work if you feel called to that. Send Reiki or healing energy into the water. Do ceremonies to bless marine life. Use crystals programmed with the intent of aiding cetaceans.
Okay.
All of this creates an energetic safety net that supports them, physically and spiritually. The collective of lightworkers, when united in such purpose, has the power to mitigate disasters like oil spills or mass strandings, and to manifest timely help for the oceans. And some of you starseeds have within you the latent memory of ancient partnerships with whales and dolphins.
Like Lemuria.
Think of the golden age of Lemuria, for example, when humans and cetaceans interacted freely, sharing crystal temples by the sea. In those times, priests and priestesses of the water temples could dive deep and commune with whale elders, bringing back messages.
Wow.
As Earth ascends, those capabilities are returning. We foresee new children and some adults awakening now who will have telepathic communication with dolphins and whales as a normal occurrence.
Really? Naturally.
You might even witness in coming years certain whales approaching boats or shores in unusual ways to connect with specific people. The joy of reunion is ahead, a true remembering of old friendships.
This highlights a truly crucial point. We must reach Ascension together. Why are our fates so inextricably linked with these amazing beings?
Well, the whales know this. They've cautioned that if they perish or depart, it endangers the balance and even humanity's ascension process. Our fates are deeply intertwined.
So if they fail, we fail, and vice versa.
Pretty much. If humans fail to ascend, maybe due to self-destruction or refusal of the light, whales too would lose their purpose here and likely withdraw in spirit, unable to anchor the necessary frequencies. Conversely, if whales were wiped out, humanity's path to 5D would be severely destabilized. A critical part of Earth's energetic framework would be gone. Such is their immense importance. The good news, however, is that neither side, not we the Pleiadians, not the whales, not Gaia, not you, starseeds, intend to let that failure happen. We are all pushing for the successful timeline, where everyone who chooses love and unity ascends, and the partnership of all species flourishes on a new Earth. So, as starseeds, take the whale's silence as a cue for your own practice. Find moments of silence each day. Connect upward and inward.
Align with Source.
Use it to strengthen your alignment with your higher self and Source. Simultaneously, use it to send love outward, particularly into the waters. Visualize a gentle blue-green light spreading from your heart into the oceans, carrying peace and healing to every cetacean.
Joining their meditation.
Exactly. By doing so, you are essentially joining the whales in their meditation, adding your unique human heart energy to the mix, which is incredibly precious to them. Remember, humans have something whales don't. That unique experience of free will and creativity in a land-based 3D society. It fosters a different kind of spiritual fire.
Our ability to innovate.
Whales greatly respect the human ability to imagine new realities and manifest them. In the whale's group mind, things are more harmonious, flowing is given. In the human mind, innovation and change can spark suddenly, creating new possibilities.
So merging those strengths.
By merging these strengths, whale harmony and human creativity, the ascension can unfold more gracefully and swiftly, like a cosmic dance choreographed for ultimate beauty.
The whales, through their current behavior, they're really demonstrating a profound lesson for all of us, aren't they? The power of silence as a tool for spiritual growth, especially in our crazy, noisy world.
Absolutely. In our modern world, there's just incessant noise, literal noise, informational noise.
Yeah, overload.
Humans are bombarded with stimulation, caught in constant activity and chatter, both externally and internally. Whales, by contrast, spend much of their long lives in an almost meditative state, punctuated by their songs. Now they've chosen even greater stillness.
Modeling the way.
It's as if they are modeling to humanity how to prepare for dimensional shift by going within, becoming still, and listening to the voice of the infinite. When any being, whale or human, goes silent mindfully, they become a receiver of divine guidance, a conduit for higher wisdom. Think about the historical parallels. All the great spiritual masters in your history sought solitude and silence at pivotal moments.
Right.
Yeah.
Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Moses.
Exactly. Buddha under the Bodhi tree, Jesus in the desert, Muhammad in the caves, Moses on the mountain. In the quiet, they transcended the ego's noise and heard the subtle currents of truth. We see whales as masters doing something similar but collectively right now.
Wow.
They urge you, especially those hearing this message, to embrace silence as a practice. Don't fear it. In silence, you meet yourself and the God spark within.
It can be uncomfortable, though.
It can be uncomfortable at first, yes. It surfaces unresolved feelings. That's part of the cleansing process. The whales assure you that on the other side of that discomfort is profound peace and unity consciousness.
So why is this emphasis on silence so important right now as we approach these major shifts? What's the connection between silence and, say, 5D communication?
Because in a 5D reality, communication is often telepathic.
Empathic.
Or via pure knowing. It arises from inner stillness and resonance, rather than spoken words.
Less talking, more feeling.
Essentially. To acclimate to 5D, one must become comfortable with silence and with the rich tapestry of nonverbal communication it contains. The whales are, in a sense, already living in a 5D awareness while having 3D bodies, especially when they engage in these global meditations.
And they're inviting us to join them there.
They invite humanity to step up. If you can sit in silence with a group of people and feel each other's hearts without speaking, you are touching the 5D vibration of unity. Whales and dolphins do exactly this in their pods, communicating through deep telepathic and energetic bonds. Interestingly, even your quantum science and consciousness studies are starting to acknowledge the importance of the pause, the gap, the silence in phenomena.
The zero-point field.
Whether it's the zero-point field in physics, the silent source of all energy, or the gap between your thoughts where intuition slips in, silence is recognized as pregnant with potential. The whale's current behavior underscores that something very potent is being gestated in the quiet.
Like the pause in music.
Exactly. In music, the pause can make the next note incredibly impactful. In this stage of the cosmic symphony, the whale's rest will make the next burst of sound, perhaps the solar flash, or their subsequent songs incredibly impactful, resonating throughout all of creation. We really cannot overstate the symbolism here. When the whales break their silence, it may coincide with humanity's great awakening. Perhaps it will be a literal resumption of their beautiful songs, once the oceans cool and peace returns. Or maybe a metaphoric voice, like new communications and connections forming on a planetary scale. There's an ancient prophecy among some of your indigenous cultures that at the dawn of the new world, the song of the universe will be heard by all creatures. The whales are custodians of that song.
The song of the universe.
They've kept it safe through the dark ages, singing to the stars when humans couldn't hear. If now they pause, perhaps it is to allow our voices to join in, to tune our instruments so we can finally sing with them.
So what does this grand cosmic symphony mean for your individual journey, dear listener? Ascension isn't a spectator sport, right? It's participatory. The whales are inviting you to join the choir. How do you find your place, your unique soul song?
Well, the whales have carried the melody for ages. Now they pause, perhaps, to allow the human choir to practice our part. So ask yourself, what is my soul song?
My unique expression.
Have you been voicing your truth, your love, your creative expression? If not, this is the time to find it ironically, through silence first. Go inward. Find your authentic vibration, then bring it forth in whatever way you are called.
Through art, kindness.
Through actual song, art, teaching, kindness, any form of heart-centered expression. It doesn't have to be literal singing. By the time the whales resume their literal singing, ideally, humanity will have found a more harmonious song of global society, one that's sustainable, compassionate, in tune with Gaia.
Yes, the hope.
Then our two species can finally create the long-awaited symphony of ascension together. That symphony will ring out across the galaxy, signaling that Earth has risen to join the community of enlightened worlds, a testament to interspecies unity. Even now, whales and higher beings encourage you to cultivate moments where you synchronize with the heartbeat of Gaia.
Oh.
In meditation, you might imagine your heartbeat and breath aligning with the slow, powerful rhythm of a blue whale's heartbeat. It's very slow, very strong.
Feel that resonance.
Feel that resonance. It can bring you to a state of oneness with Earth. In that state, you intuitively know what action to take in each moment for the highest good. That is, 5D consciousness connected, present, intuitive, loving, deeply aligned with the planetary pulse.
As we near the conclusion of this deep dive, we really want to instill in you hope, empowerment, clarity, the silence of the blue whales. It's not a tragedy, it's profound communication. It tells of challenges, yes, absolutely, but also of sacred strategy and imminent transformation. The whales haven't given up. Instead, they remain steadfast and wise, showing a new way to navigate upheaval through inner stillness, unity, and trust in the divine plan.
And there is a deep spiritual reason for every occurrence now. Truly, nothing is random in this phase of ascension. Each event, be it whales falling silent, unusual solar activity, or even you stumbling upon certain information like this,
Right.
It's all part of a grand orchestration to awaken humanity. And you who resonate with these words, you are meant to be a bridge for this understanding. You carry the seeds of knowledge that conventional systems may ignore or dismiss. Your work to spread love and higher perspective matters immensely. More and more individuals are realizing we are not alone in the universe, that a big shift is happening.
The ground is being prepared.
Exactly. This prepares the ground for people to also accept that non-human intelligences right here on Earth, like whales, may have a crucial role and message for our collective future. We foresee a near future where those in the disclosure community and the spiritual communities come together more.
Finally.
Recognizing that saving our world and ascending requires both practical action, stopping harmful practices, revealing suppressed technologies and spiritual alignment unity, raising vibration, learning from our planetary co-inhabitants like the whales. And know that we Pleiadians, along with the Sirians, Andromedans, Arcturans, other light families, we are here in support, every step of the way.
Watching over us.
Our ships and energy fields are monitoring Earth's oceans and atmosphere closely. There are instances where benevolent ET presences have quietly intervened, maybe neutralizing certain toxins, calming earthquake potentials that could trigger tsunamis.
Really? Intervention?
Always under strict directives of non-interference, only to prevent premature destruction. Credit always goes to Earth and her life forms for the actual transformation, but know that you have friends in the skies and dimensions alongside you, cheering you on. Some craft have even been spotted entering or leaving the oceans. And yes, there are ET bases under the sea in several locations.
Undersea ET bases?
Where human and ET scientists work with live dolphins and small whales, studying their communication, hoping to one day bridge communication with humanity at large. These efforts are real, though kept secret for now. They will bear fruit in the new era, fostering open contact and understanding.
One key event to watch for in the times ahead is the moment the whales begin to sing loudly again. What will that signify?
Ah, yes. When you hear news that the great whale songs are resurging, perhaps even new songs never recorded before, rejoice.
A good sign.
A very good sign. It will likely mean conditions have improved, either due to environmental repair or maybe post-ascension equilibrium, and that the whales feel it is time to sound the trumpet of victory. The silence phase will have served its purpose. The great song phase begins.
Could it coincide with the solar flash?
That great song might coincide with the solar flash or come soon after it. It'll be a sign that we made it through the eye of the needle, a profound marker of humanity's progress. Imagine one sunrise, not too far in the future. Human survivors of the intensity of the event stand by the shores in awe as they hear a chorus of whales carried on the wind, as if announcing the birth of a new Earth.
Wow, what a vision.
Those with inner ears attuned will even hear the harmony of the spheres, the music of higher celestial realms intermingled with those whale songs. It will be a moment of collective heart opening like no other. The divisions between species will melt in that resonance. Telepathically, many will hear the whale's message. Welcome, humans. Welcome to the age of light. We have waited and held faith. Now let us co-create in love from this day forward.
Beloved ones, hold that vision. Please hold that vision. Don't succumb to despair when you see nature in peril or old systems collapsing. These are birth pains. Focus on the incredible collaboration happening behind the scenes. Whales, animals, elementals, benevolent ETs, awakened humans, all aligning to midwife a miracle. You are part of this soul team, a vital player in this grand orchestration.
And if you feel overwhelmed at times, which is completely understandable in this intense period, remember the whales. Remember their silent strength. Remember that even when nothing seems to be happening externally, so much is being achieved in the unseen realms.
Trust the process.
You can emulate their patience and faith. Go into your inner ocean of consciousness when needed. Find refuge in the depths of your being. There in the stillness, the light of Source glows steadily. That same divine light orchestrates the timing of the solar flash in all events. It is a wise and loving force, not a random destructive one. The whales trust this source implicitly. Learn from them. Find that same unwavering trust within yourself. We'll close this transmission with an invitation to connect and a blessing. The invitation is this. Unite your consciousness with the whales and all love-based beings in a daily way.
A daily practice.
Even a minute of sending love or gratitude to the whales or acknowledging the sun with a heart of welcome rather than fear will attune you to the Ascension frequency. Imagine if hundreds, then thousands, then millions of people held a loving thought for whales and for Earth each day.
The magnifying effect.
Exactly. The effect would magnify the very grid the whales are strengthening. This is how we create the new Earth, through countless small choices of love and unity that collectively tip the scales toward a golden age. And now the blessing. From our Pleiadian hearts to yours, and through the great crystal core of Gaia, we send an outpouring of emerald and aquamarine light. Beautiful colors. Colors of healing ocean and heart. Breathe this light in. Feel it. It is imbued with the calming balm of the whale's own energy and the encouragement of your star family. Know that you are cherished and never alone. Feel any heaviness in you dissipate as this light flows. We especially direct this healing light to those among you bearing sorrow for the plight of the oceans, or maybe carrying guilt for humanity's past actions. Let it go. Release that now. The forgiveness of the whales is immense. They don't carry grudges, only a desire for reconciliation. Forgive yourselves. Forgive your fellow humans for any ignorance, and resolve to do better now that you know better. We also place a ring of golden light around each one of you who is actively working toward the Ascension, consciously or not.
A protective light.
A protective and amplifying ring. It will shield you from unnecessary negativity and also broadcast your positive influence further so you become a lighthouse to others. This forms a lattice around Earth, a net of light catching souls as they awaken.
Beloved family of light, the Ascension is truly underway. The silence of the whales is but the prelude to the grand symphony of the ages. Honor this sacred silence. Listen to what it has to teach you. Add your own silence and your own song in kind.
Take heart in the assurance that what is coming is beautiful. There may be storms and flashes, yes, absolutely. But after that comes the calm sea under a new sun, a 5D Earth where peace and cooperation reign. In that world, you will converse with whales and dolphins as easily as you do with friends now. And together, you will explore the stars and seas in unity. That is the destiny we are pulling into the now. Stay strong, gentle, and aware. Embrace silence when called. Shine your light loudly when inspired. Trust the plan that your soul and the divine crafted long ago. The great reunion of heaven, earth, and sea is nearly upon us. Hold the vision, dear ones, and know that in the stillness, all is in divine order. We love you.